Okay, let's begin. Central sector scheme for formation and promotion of 10,000 FPOs. Farmer producer organizations are registered either under Part 9A of the Companies Act or under Cooperative Societies Act of the concerned state. These are formed for the purpose of leveraging collectives through economies of scale in production and marketing of agricultural and allied sector. The concept behind farmer producer organization is that farmers who are the producers of agricultural products can form groups. To facilitate this process, Small Farmer Agribusiness Consortium (SFAC) was mandated by Department of Agriculture and Cooperation to support the state governments in formation of FPOs. Okay, just a second. Now we are good. Objective: to empower small and marginal farmers economically by establishing and supporting 10,000 FPOs, enabling improved access to markets, advanced technology and credit services. Launch year is 2020 from Uttar Pradesh. Target year to form 10,000 FPOs by 27-28. 10,000 FPO has been registered in Khagaria district of Bihar. It focuses on maize, banana and paddy. Outlay is 6,865 crores. Key elements: minimum membership requirement. Claims: minimum 300 farmers member as per FPOs. Northeastern and Hilly and Union Territory areas, minimum 100 members are required for FPO to be registered. Cluster-based development. FPOs are developed around produce clusters to encourage product specialization and improve access to markets. One district, one product initiative. Each district focuses on selected agricultural or horticultural products for processing and branding, marketing and export promotion. Financial support to farmers producers organization. 18 lakhs per FPO is provided over 3 years. Equity grant up to 2,000 per farmer member, capped at rupees 15 lakh per FPO. 2,000 per farmer and capped at 15 lakh per FPO. Credit guarantee up to 2,000 crore per FPO via eligible lending institutions. Implementing agencies received 3% of estimated annual expenditure upfront as supervision charges, an additional 2% based on performance review. Cluster-based business organizations are given 25 lakh rupees per FPO for 5 years to provide full support. Okay. Cluster-based business organizations are given 25 lakh rupees per FPO for 5 years to provide full support. Implementing agencies: Small Farmers Agribusiness Consortium, National Cooperative Development Corporation, National Bank NABARD, then National Agricultural Cooperative Marketing Federation of India, Northeastern Region Agricultural Marketing Corporation Limited, then Tamil Nadu Small Farmers Agribusiness Consortium, Small Farmers Agribusiness Consortium Haryana, Watershed Development Department Karnataka, Foundation for Development of Rural Value Chains under Ministry of Rural Development. Okay. Role of implementing agencies: IA. Engage CBBOs for aggregation, legal registration and long-term hand-holding of FPOs. CBBOs offer technical guidance and business support throughout the project duration. Training and skill development. Lead training institutions include Bankers Institute of Rural Development, Lucknow, Lakshman Rao Inandar National Academy for Cooperative Research and Development, Gurugram. Special training modules are developed to improve the skills of FPO members. Okay. Market connectivity. NAFED will establish market-linked FPOs. 60% of market links are created via agri-value chain organizations. NAFED. National Agricultural Cooperative Marketing Federation of India. Okay. 60% of market links are created via agri-value chain organizations. Okay. Then we have Credit Guarantee Fund Trust for FPO. NABARD has created a dedicated 1000 crore fund under Credit Guarantee Fund Trust for FPO managed by a trustee in Mumbai. Then MOU to convert 10,000 FPOs into CSCs. MOU between CSC SPV Special Purpose Vehicle and Ministry of Agriculture and Farmers Welfare was signed to convert FPOs into special CSCs. All 10,000 FPOs will be converted into CSCs. It will help them deliver citizen-centric services. 10,000 FPO scheme objective: empower small and marginal, establish support, improved credit access. Then special initiatives: credit guarantee fund conversion into CSCs. Let me just see this once again. Conversion of FPO into CSC. Common Service Center. Okay. Okay, fine. Common Service Center. Let me just start this now. I had forgotten to start. Then we have key elements: minimum membership 300, one district, one product, launch year 2020, target 10,000 FPOs, 18 lakh per FPO, equity grant, credit guarantee, CV views. Then implementing agencies are these many. Okay, fine. So this becomes very important. This image becomes very important. It is just a summary of everything that we have seen. Fine. Let's move on to the next topic, and that is Agriculture Infrastructure Fund. Objective: to boost agricultural productivity, reduce post-harvest losses, increase farmers' income, and develop rural agricultural infrastructure by offering financial assistance. Launch year 2020, operational till 2033. Loan disbursement under the scheme will complete in 6 years, that is end of 25-26. Targeted beneficiaries: farmers, FPOs, cooperatives, startups, agri-entrepreneurs, self-help groups, and state agencies are eligible. Public and private players involved in post-harvest infrastructure developed and agri-marketing can also apply. Key elements: eligible infrastructure projects under AIF, Alternative Investment Fund, right? Agriculture Infrastructure Fund. Post-harvest management: warehouses, cold storage, silos, and ripening chambers. Processing facilities: projects for primary and secondary processes to boost value addition. Agri-marketing infrastructure: pack houses, grading and sorting. Digital agri-platforms, agri-tech solutions, precision farming tools, smart farming systems, and custom hiring centers. Financial allocation and support: Agriculture Investment Fund has an outlay of rupees 2 lakh crore to be disbursed by banks and financial institutions. Eligible borrowers can avail interest subvention of 3% per annum on loans up to 2 lakh crores with maximum loan tenure of 7 years. Minimum moratorium is of 6 months, maximum is of 24 months. For loans exceeding 2 crore, interest subvention is applicable only up to 2 crore. Credit guarantee is available for loans up to 2 crores under Credit Guarantee Fund Trust for Micro and Small Enterprises Scheme. Highest fund allocation is to Uttar Pradesh, lowest fund is by Chandigarh. Then sector specific focus, 24% of total grants in aid under the scheme should be utilized for SC/ST entrepreneurs. Very important. 16% for SC and 8% for ST. Eligible lending institutions, all scheduled bank. Okay, fine. Limits on projects. For a private sector entity such as farmer, agri, entrepreneur, startup, there will be a limit of maximum of 25 such projects for private sector. Limitation is not applicable to state agencies, national and state federation of cooperatives, FPOs, federation of SHGs. Expanded scope covers viable community-based farming projects aimed at improving productivity, linked with PM Kusum Component A, allowing adoption of solar energy irrigation by farmers and FPOs. The components B and C were already included in eligible assets for availing AIF benefits. Strengthened credit guarantee through NAB Sanrakshan Trustee Company Private Limited, ensuring better financial backing for FPOs. Okay, I have to highlight this then. Strengthening credit through these trustee FPOs. We had seen it in the previous also now. Agriculture Infrastructure Fund objective, launch year, loan disbursement completed in 6 years. Eligible projects, outlays of 2 lakh crore, 3% annum on loans up to 2 crores. Moratorium. What is a moratorium? Moratorium. Let us see. Meaning of moratorium. Moratorium is a temporary pause or delay of a specific activity, obligation, or law. It is an official agreement or legal order that put things in hold for a set period, usually during times of crisis. In banking, a moratorium is a temporary legal extension given to borrowers delaying their EMI or loan repayment. Moratorium. Okay. PM Krishi Sinchai Yojana. To expand the reach of irrigation facilities, increase efficiency in water usage, and encourage sustainable water conservation techniques for long-term agricultural productivity. Launch year is 2015 to 2016. Components: Accelerated Irrigation Benefit Program implemented by Ministry of Jal Shakti. Offers centralized financial support for completion of major and medium irrigation projects to expedite irrigation coverage. Har Khet Ko Pani implemented by Ministry of Jal Shakti focuses on expanded cultivated area under assured irrigation. 4 subcomponents: command area development and water management, aims to close the gap between irrigation and potential created and the actual water usage by developing field channels and drainage systems. The Cabinet in April 2025 approved the modernization of command area development and water management for the period of 25-26 with an initial outlay of Rs 1,600 crores. Surface minor irrigation focuses on irrigation initiatives serving up areas up to 2,000 hectares. Repair, renovation and restoration of water bodies. Groundwater development. Watershed development component implemented by Ministry of Rural Development. It targets rain-fed and degraded agricultural land to enhance moisture conservation and water harvesting. Infrastructure development focus, emphasis on constructing and upgrading irrigation infrastructure such as canals and field channels. groundwater recharge systems, piped irrigation networks. At least 10% of the cultivated area under a project should adopt micro irrigation. Then we have financial support and funding structure. Total outlay is of 93,000 crores. So 37,000 crores is of central government assistance. Debt servicing through NABARD is 20,000, 35 is state government. Interest subvention, 3% interest subvention on loans up to 2 crores for eligible beneficiaries under the scheme. Targets, components and targets. Accelerated irrigation benefit program. Additional irrigation potential of 13 lakh hectare. हर खेत को पानी. Surface minor irrigation and repair, renovation and restoration. Additional irrigation of 4.5 lakh hectare. Groundwater, हर खेत को पानी. Irrigation potential of of 1.52 lakh hectare. Watershed development, 49.5 hectare to bring additional 2.5 lakh hectare under protective irrigation. Scheme coverage linked with the AIF to facilitate additional funding support for irrigation related infrastructure and development. Okay, so PM Krishi Sinchai Yojana, brief for students. Launch date, outlays of 93,000 crores. हर खेत को पानी, watershed development, accelerated irrigation benefit program, हर खेत को पानी. Okay, this they have summarized this very well. I liked it. This is the crux of the entire thing, na? So the next we have is per drop more crop. To boost water use efficiency in agriculture by promoting the adoption of micro irrigation technologies such as drip and sprinkler irrigation. Launch year. Initially launched in January 2006 as a central sponsored scheme on micro irrigation, it was later upgraded to the National Mission on Micro Irrigation in 2010. In 2014, it was merged with National Mission on Sustainable Agriculture. Since April 2015, it was being implemented as the per drop more crop component of the Pradhan Mantri Krishi Sinchai Yojana. From 22-23 onwards, the scheme is being run under Rashtriya Krishi Vikas Yojana. Key elements: promotion of micro irrigation. The scheme promotes the use of drip and sprinkler systems to enhance water use efficiency in agriculture. These systems help reduce water wastage, lower fertilizer usage, and minimize labor costs. Financial support. Subsidy structure: 55% subsidy for small and marginal farmers, 45% for other farmers. Northeast and Himalayan states get 25% higher subsidy. States with low micro irrigation penetration get a 15% higher subsidies to encourage adoption. The subsidy is being provided by both central and state government in ratio of 60-40, 90-10 and Union Territories 100%. 60-40 is the important figure here to remember. The subsidy payable to the beneficiary will be limited to the overall ceiling of 5 hectare per beneficiary. Some states offer additional incentives on top of central support. Micro irrigation fund set up under NABARD with the initial corpus of rupees 5,000 crores. It facilitates the state in mobilizing the resources for expanding coverage of micro irrigation by taking up special and innovative projects. Offers 2% interest subvention on loans provided to states for micro irrigation projects. Interest subvention, let us see what it is actually. What is interest subvention mean? Interest subvention is essentially a subsidy on interest rates provided by government to make loans cheaper and more affordable for specific sectors. In plain terms, The bank charges its regular interest rate on a loan, but the government steps and pays a portion of that interest on your behalf. As a borrower, you only have to pay the remaining discounted rate. This is fantastic. So interest subvention is 2%. Scheme coverage integrated with Rashtriya Krishi Vikas Yojana, also aligned with National Mission for Sustainable Agriculture to support rainwater harvesting and water conservation practices. Per drop more crop scheme. Objective: boost water use efficiency. Okay, fine. Now here what I want to search for myself is rainwater harvesting. If I want to do rainwater harvesting in my own house for my borewell, do I get any subsidy for it? It will search. The short answer is yes, but it usually comes in the form of tax incentive or property tax rebates rather than direct cash out or bank subsidy. Because water management is a state subject in India, the specific benefits depend heavily on whether your house is located in urban area or rural area. If your house is in urban municipal area, most municipal corporations in India offer indirect financial incentives to individual homeowners who set up functional rainwater harvesting and borewell recharge systems. Property tax rebates. Many municipal corporations offer a 5 to 10% ongoing discount on your annual property tax if you prove your house has a fully operational rainwater harvesting. Rebates on water bill, FSI incentives, floor space index. The catch: it is often mandatory before seeking a subsidy. Okay. What are the different type? What are the different uses that I can make if I do this rainwater harvesting project, and how much does it cost? Implementing a project that, especially when in borewell, is excellent. High return investment gives you immediate utilities and solves long-term water scarcity issues. Different uses of rainwater, of harvested rainwater, depending upon how you route to means direct storage, using it immediately, or groundwater recharge. Direct use, storing in tanks. If you divert the rooftop water into a above ground or underground storage tank through a basic filter, you can use it for household chores like flushing toilets, mopping floors, and washing vehicles. Laundry. Rainwater is naturally soft water, meaning it lathers beautifully with detergents and extends your washing machine's life. Gardening, drinking, or cooking. Okay. Indirect use via borewell recharge, your best bet. Since you specifically mentioned your borewell, routing filtered rainwater directly into it yields incredible secondary benefits. Reviving dry borewells. If your water yield drops significantly during summers, hitting it with lakhs of liters of monsoon water builds subsurface pressure, reviving water levels. Diluting, TDS reduction. Hard borewell stays salty. Okay. Preventing borewell collapse. How much does it cost? Well, the overall cost depends entirely upon your roof size and whether you are storing the water or injecting into the ground. Direct borewell recharge system, highly recommended. Instead of buying a massive storage tank, PVC pipes, PVC downpipes from the roof, a first flush diverter, a modular sand gravel filter unit, and a specialized recharge pit injection. Approximately 45,000. Rooftop. Okay, I get it. This is good initiative, na? This is, I mean, it is really, if you see, very reward giving thing that we can do for ourselves and our future. Then we have PM Asha to guarantee fair prices to farmers for their produce, stabilize market fluctuations, and protect them from distressed sales, thereby ensuring income security and confidence in agricultural trade. Stabilize market fluctuation, protect them from distressed sale. Launch year is 2018. Okay, launch year 2018. Then outlay for 15th Finance Commission is how much? 35,000 crores. PM Asha. Key elements, components, price support scheme. Procurement of pulses, oilseeds and copra at MSP. Procurement limit is 25% of national production. Government guarantee of 45,000 crores for procurement. In addition, NAFED FCI will also take up the procurement. The procurement expenditure and losses due to procurement will be borne by central government up to a maximum of 30% of the procurement cost. The duration of ESS procurement operations for particular pulses and oilseeds shall be for a maximum period of 90 days. The period of copra will be 6 months. DAC and FW shall be responsible for reimbursement of losses towards central agencies up to 90% of estimated loss. The remaining 10% of loss will be reimbursed after checking for the accounts. DAC and FWs will provide 1% incentives to the agencies of the net profit earned from particular PSS operations. The powered committee under chairmanship of Secretary, DAC and FW will monitor the scheme. Central agencies will release 100% of MSP value and 50% of incidental expenses to the state agencies within 3 days from receiving the stock. 50 bags of 50 kilo each of produce shall be purchased from one farmer in a day. The overall quantity of procurement by central government will be restricted to 25% of the actual production. Price deficiency payment scheme. No physical procurement, instead farmers receive direct payments for the difference between MSP and modular price. Now covers 40% of oilseeds production. The price compensation by the government is limited to 15% of MSP. Duration. Benefits shall be period for a specified period, not more than 120 days after the 120 days that coincide with the peak harvesting period. Market intervention scheme. The scheme provides remunerative prices to farmers growing perishable horticultural crops. Designed for perishable horticultural crops like tomato, onion and potato. Coverage increased from 20% to 25% production. A new option of making differential payment directly into the farmer's account instead of physical procurement. The government covers transport and storage costs for surplus crops. Price stabilization fund maintains strategic buffer stock of pulses and onions to control price fluctuation. It is done to discourage hoarding, unscrupulous speculations and ensure supplies to consumers at affordable prices. Central Nodal Agency, Small Farmers Agribusiness Consortium, procurement limit 25% of all India production. Procurement will be done by Department of Consumer Affairs and pre-registered farmers on e-Samriddhi portal NAFED, e-Samyukti portal of NCCF whenever prices rule above MSP in the market. No mind norm is being provided for the scheme because already the scheme is in form of short pointers. Okay, mind norm, so they are calling it mind norm. This okay, fine. Then we have soil health card. To offer farmers a report into their soil's nutrient profile along with recommendations on fertilizers and soil amendments. This initiative aims to encourage scientific farming, lower cultivation costs. Okay, launch year is 2015. Eligibility criteria. All farmers across India are eligible. Soil sampling is conducted scientifically from every 2.5 hectares of irrigated land and every 10 hectares of rain-fed land. Key elements: soil testing and nutrient analysis. Soil health cards assess 12 parameters including micronutrients, NPK and sulfur, micronutrients zinc, iron, copper, manganese and boron, soil properties, pH, electrical conductivity and organic carbon. Soil testing. Soil samples are taken from a depth of 15 to 20 centimeter using a V-shaped cut collected from four corners and center of the field. Sampling is done after harvest of rabi and kharif crops or when there is no standing crop in the field. This is very important. Soil samples are collected twice a year after rabi and kharif crops. The farm will get the soil card once every 3 years. This is very important. About soil testing. Quality assurance. 1% of the samples are cross-checked in referral laboratories for quality assurance. The central government provides 190 rupees per sample to cover costs for collecting, testing and soil health card generation and distribution. Soil health card portal. The portal helps generate soil health cards in a standard format that can be used across the country. The cards are available in 22 languages and in local units to make them easy for farmers to understand. Soil health card mobile app allows real-time soil sample collecting and geotagging, generates QR codes linking soil test results to farmer records, provides a geographical representation of soil fertility across India. School soil health program launched in 2023 in collaboration with Kendriya Vidyalayas and Navodaya Vidyalayas. Students collect soil samples, conduct tests and educate local farmers on nutrient management. Integration with Rashtriya Krishi Vikas Yojana 23. Small soil health card merged under soil health and fertility component of Rashtriya Krishi Vikas Yojana. Soil health card scheme. Testing. Soil testing 15 to 20 meters, 4 corner plus center twice a year. Farmer gets card every 3 years. Real-time sample collecting, geotagging, QR code links result to farmers. Macronutrients: nitrogen, phosphorus, potassium, sulfur, zinc, iron, copper, manganese, boron. Soil properties. To report a launch is 2015. Eligibility: all India farmers. Duration: 22 languages. 1% is cross-checked, 190 rupees per sample. Let me just highlight this. Provides 190 rupees sample for coverage of the testing. Then we have PM Rashtriya Krishi Vikas Yojana. How many schemes are left? Central Agriculture Infrastructure Fund, PM Krishi Yojana, Per Drop More Crop, PM Asha, Soil Health, Rashtriya Krishi Vikas Yojana. This is what we are going to cover. PM Rashtriya Krishi Vikas Yojana. Objective: to provide flexibility and autonomy to states for implementing projects as per local and farmers' needs and priorities in agriculture sector to enhance production and productivity. It also aims to support and scale up the startups under innovation and entrepreneurships in various fields of agriculture and allied sectors. To provide flexibility and autonomy to states for implementing projects as per local and farmers' needs and priorities. Launch year: initially launched in 2007. Recently, on the recommendations of Expenditure Finance Committee, the scheme has renamed as Prime Minister Rashtriya Krishi Yojana, Krishi Vikas Yojana. Okay. The key elements. Components: detailed project report, per drop more crop, sub-mission on agriculture mechanization including management of crop residue, soil health and fertility, rain-fed area development, agroforestry. Funding structure: it is centrally sponsored scheme with the funding ratio of 60-40. Detailed project report: states and union territories will have the flexibility, the option of proposing projects related to agriculture and allied sectors for creation of infrastructure, production, growth and innovative projects. Financial assistance. Maximum 30% of the total outlay will be earmarked for detailed research, detailed project report. 50% of the outlay in case of NER and Himalayan states, Uttarakhand, Himachal and UTs. Submission on agriculture mechanization. To provide financial assistance to farmers for procurement of farm machinery and implements on individual ownership basis. General farmers 40% of the cost of machines and equipment. Small and marginalized farmers SC/ST will include 50% of the cost. For establishment of custom hiring centers, 40% of the project cost costing up to 250 lakhs. For establishment of Kisan drone CHCs, 50% of the basic cost. For establishing village level farm machinery banks, 80% of the project cost will 80% of the project cost for the projects costing up to 30 lakh rupees per project. For promotion of agricultural mechanization in northeastern region, for purchase of machines by the farmers on individual ownership basis, 100% of the cost of machine costing up to 1.25 lakh rupees will be provided. For establishment of farm machinery banks, financial assistance at 95% of the project cost for the projects costing up to 30 lakh rupees. Just too many facts and figures. Agricultural Accelerator Fund. Agripreneurship orientation 2 months. Selected participants will receive a 10,000 rupees monthly stipend. Pre-seed funding. Up to 5 lakh rupees is provided with 90% as a grant and 10% to be borne by the startup. Seed stage funding. Startups can avail 25 lakh rupees with 85% as a grant and the rest as a contribution from the startup. Drone support to farmers. 100% subsidy up to 10 lakh rupees for government research institutes. 75% of the subsidies for FPOs, 40% for custom hiring centers and 50% for SC/ST women. Involves extensive data and numerous provisions. Creating one in case may lead to confusion to reduce effectiveness. Okay, so let us start. PM Kisan Samman Nidhi Yojana to offer direct financial support to all land holding farmers in India, helping them maintain financial stability and promoting sustainable farming practices. Launch year is 2019 and eligibility criteria. All landholding farmer families who own cultivable area are eligible. A family includes husband, wife and minor children. Beneficiaries must link their bank accounts. With Aadhaar to receive payments through DBT. Exclusions. The following categories are not eligible for benefits under the scheme: income tax payers, professionals such as doctors, serving or retired officers, pensioners receiving 10,000 or more per month. Individuals who currently hold or have constitutional posts. Okay, fine. Key elements. Financial assistance. Each qualifying farmer family is entitled to receive 6,000 per year, disbursed in 3 installments of 2,000 rupees. Direct benefit transfer. The payment is directly made into the beneficiary's Aadhaar linked bank accounts, ensuring transparency, reducing leakages and streamlining the process. Then we have digital and automated implementation. PM Kisan portal and mobile app enable the farmers to self-register, monitor payment status and update personal and bank details with ease. An AI-powered chatbot named Kisan E-Mitra, launched in 2023, provides real-time support to farmers in various Indian languages. A face authentication system, also introduced in 2023, facilitate remote biometric verification for beneficiaries for added convenience. Linkage with Kisan Credit Card Scheme. Farmers enrolled in PM Kisan can apply for Kisan credit cards, enabling easier access to institutional credit and reducing dependence on informal money lenders. Good. PM Kisan Samman Nidhi Yojana. Direct financial support for land holding. Okay, fine. Then we have Paramparagat Paramparagat Krishi Vikas Yojana. Paramparagat Krishi Vikas Yojana. Okay. To encourage organic farming using a cluster-based approach, offering comprehensive support throughout the entire process from production to certification and marketing. Launch year 2015 to 16. It is now implemented under Rashtriya Krishi Vikas Yojana. Key elements. All farmers and institutions are eligible to apply under the scheme subject to a maximum land holding of limit of 2 hectares. Cluster-based approach. Cluster approach will be adopted in large patches of up to 500 hectares area of plain areas and 200 hectares in hilly areas. A group of farmers having a total area of 20 hectares within a village or closely located villages shall be considered for PKVY or PGS group. A group shall comprise minimum of 20 farmers. 25 such groups covering 500 hectares shall constitute one cluster. Financial assistance 31,500 rupees per hectare over 3 years, allocated as follows: 15,000 per hectare for organic inputs via direct benefit transfer, 4,500 rupees per hectare for marketing, packaging and branding, 3,000 per hectare for certification and residue analysis, 9,000 per hectare for training and capacity building. Certification, third party certification, NPOP, implementation by accredited certification agency under National Program for Organic Production and Ministry of Commerce and Industry. The system ensures compliance with international standards from production to exports. Participatory Guarantee System for India, PGS, operated under Ministry of Agriculture and Farmers Welfare. This is a farmer-centric, community-based certification. Farmer and producers collectively participate in decision-making, peer inspections, and mutual verification of practices, ultimately declaring the produce as organic. PGS caters primarily to domestic market. National Center for Organic and Natural Farming is the monitoring body for PGS certification program. Organic farming promotion. The program encourages the use of traditional organic inputs such as Panchagavya, Jivamurtha and Bijamurta. Intercropping and mixed cropping are promoted to improve soil fertility. Farmers receive training and vermicomposting, biofertilizer production and residue-free cultivation progress methods. Marketing and branding support. Organic producers linked to markets through farmer producer organizations. Assistance provided for branding, labeling, participation in organic fairs, and transportation of organic products. Integration with soil health management. Organic farming improves soil health, fertility, and biodiversity. Farmers are encouraged to use biofertilizers, biopesticides, and natural compost to maintain soil quality. Support for custom herding centers. Assistance is given for purchasing organic farming equipment such as power tillers, sprayers, and weeders. Infrastructures like walk-in tunnels are protected. Horticulture and organic nurseries is also supported. Jaivik Kheti portal. It is a dedicated platform. It is a dedicated portal for organic farming, acting as both a knowledge platform as well as marketing platform. Detail of farmers involved in organic farming, input supplier, certification agencies, and marketing agencies is available for smoother implementation and production, and from production to marketing. This is a certification body. certification body. So many facts and figures, right? So many. And this is not just of one scheme. All the schemes that we have read till now, there are many facts in this. There are formation years, there is implementing agency, so many facts. It is going to be a tedious task for us to revise everything. Okay, fine. Then we have PM Kisan Man Dhan Yojana. It is an old age pension benefit scheme for farmers. Launch year is 2019. Implementation agency is LIC. Eligibility: small and marginal farmers owning cultivable land up to 2 hectares. Age between 18 to 40 years. Participants are required to make monthly contribution to the pension fund until they turn 60. Exclusions: farmers currently receiving benefits under EPFO, ECIC, ESIC, NPS, and or those who pay income tax are not eligible. Farmers enrolled in PM Shram Yogi Mandhan or PM Laghu Vyapari Mandhan schemes or doctors etc. are excluded from eligibility. Key elements: contribution of beneficiary and government. Farmers contribute monthly amounts of between 55 to 200 rupees based on their age set and enrollment. At 18 years, 55 rupees; at 40 years, 200 rupees; at 29, 100; and at 35, 150. Government of India matches the contributions to keep the pension fund well supported. Fixed pension benefit. On reaching 60 years of age, the beneficiaries receive a fixed monthly pension of rupees 3000 rupees. But contribution is till the age of age. Acha, so age maximum criteria is 40 years and not 60 years. Okay. Family pension. In case of beneficiary's death, the spouse will receive 50% of the pension per month. Family pension applies only to the spouse and not any other member. Integration of PM Kisan. Farmers can contribute to the pension scheme under PM Kisan benefits through auto debit facility. Enrollment process. Farmers can enroll at a common service centers through PM Kisan nodal officers in state or union UT governments. Required documents include Aadhaar card, bank account details linked with Aadhaar and landholding records. Contribution and pension timeline. Contributions vary monthly based on age from 55 years. Contribution vary monthly based on rupees 55 at age of 18 years and 200 rupees at the age of 40 years. Farmers contribute until they reach age of 60 years, after which pension payment begins. Spouse benefit on death. Upon the subscriber's death, the spouse is entitled to receive 50% of pension amount. On disablement of beneficiary before attaining of 60 years, spouse has two options in this case: continue the scheme with regular contribution or exit the scheme by receiving the share of contribution with interest as actually earned by the pension fund or the interest at the savings bank interest rate, whichever is higher. Okay. Then benefits on leaving the pension. Exit within 10 years, less than 10 years, share of contribution with saving bank's interest rate. Exit after equal or more than 10 years, share of contribution with interest as actually earned by pension fund or interest rate, whichever is higher. After the death of subscriber and his or her spouse, the corpus shall be credited back to the fund. Acha, so after the death of the subscriber, and suppose his spouse also dies due to some mysterious reason, then that fund will not go to their child. That fund will automatically be credited back to the original fund of government, or the fund manager, pension fund manager, that is LIC in cases. PM Kisan Mandhan Yojana. Objective: death and disablement benefits. After death, common officers. Okay, fine. Okay, now let us begin with PM Fasal Bima Yojana. It is a crop insurance scheme to provide financial protection to farmers against crop failure due to natural calamities, pests and diseases. Launch year was 2016. Coverage of crops: food crop, oilseeds, annual commercial horticultural crops, perennial crops. So all sorts of crops are covered, even horticultural crops as well. Eligible farmers are broadly classified into two categories: loany farmers, all farmers who have been sanctioned loans from financial institutions for seasonal agricultural operations, and all loany farmers are required to enroll under PM Fasal Bima Yojana. Non-loany farmers: all farmers who have opted for non-standard Kisan credit card, all farmers who have not taken any crop loans. Affordable premium rates: Kharif crop at 2%, Rabi crop at 1.5% of the sum insured, annual commercial or horticultural crop is 5%, and the remaining part is borne jointly by central and state government. Center and state bore 50-50%. This is very important. Premium subsidy capped at 30% for unirrigated areas and 25% for irrigated areas. Comprehensive risk coverage: natural calamities, drought, floods, cyclones, hailstorms, landslides, heavy rainfall, pests and diseases. Prevented sowing coverage: up to 25% of sum insured if sowing is not possible due to weather. Post-harvest losses: coverage of 14 days for crops kept in cut and spread condition. Localized calamities: covers individual farm losses due to hailstorms, inundation, etc. In November 2025, crop loss due to wild animal attacks, paddy inundation have been included under risk coverage under the scheme. Farmers will be required to report losses within 72 hours using crop insurance app by uploading geotagged photographs. Integration of technology: Yes Tech, new tech-driven yield estimation system for accurate and quick assessment. It was launched for paddy and wheat crops from the Kharif 2023 season with a mandatory 30% weightage assigned to Yes Tech derived yield data. From the Kharif 2024 season, soybean has also been included. Winds, weather information network and data system to establish an expanded network of automatic weather stations AWS and automatic rain gauges ARG. These installations will collect hyperlocal weather data at Gram Panchayat and block levels. The data will be integrated into national database with interoperability and sharing ensured in coordination with India Meteorological Department IMD. Winds play a vital role in drought and disaster management, accurate weather forecasting and development of improved parametric insurance products. Okay. Faster claim settlements: claims settled within 2 months of post crop cutting experiments. Key initiatives under the scheme: National Crop Insurance Portal. It helps with online farmer enrollment, data sharing, monitoring and direct transfer of claim amounts to farmers' bank accounts. Digi Claim Module. It has been operationalized from Kharif 2022 onwards. It links an NCIP with the Public Finance Management System and Insurance Company System. From Kharif 2024, if there is a delay in claim payment, 12% penalty is automatically added. Kharif 2025, it is mandatory for states to open escrow account and deposit their premium share in advance. Crop Insurance and Week Fasal Bima Saptaha. It is a special campaign held from Kharif 2021 onwards. Meri policy, Mere Haath. Crop insurance policy receipts are distributed to farmers enrolled under PM Fasal Bima Yojana through special camps at Gram Panchayat village level. Krishi Rakshak portal and helpline to help farmers with queries and complaints under Fasal Bima Yojana and platform and toll-free number has been launched. Extensive data, okay. Then we have next one, that is PM Dhan Dhanya Krishi Yojana. Okay. Objective to serve as a multi-dimensional rural development intervention. Its 5 core objectives are enhancing agricultural productivity, encouraging crop diversification and sustainable agricultural practices, augmenting post-harvest storage capacity at panchayat and block levels, improving irrigation infrastructure for reliable water access, enabling greater access to short-term and long-term agricultural credit for farmers. Launch year is 2025. Duration of the scheme is 6 years. Outlays of 24,000 and the scheme covers 100 districts. The districts will be identified based on 3 key indicators: low productivity, low cropping intensity, less credit disbursement. The number of districts in each state and union territory will be based on the share of net cropped area and operational holdings. Net cropped area, it refers to the total area of land that is sown with crops in a given agricultural year, counted only once even if multiple crops are grown on the same land during that year. However, a minimum of 1 district will be selected in each state. Okay. Convergence of schemes. The schemes will be implemented through convergence of 36 existing schemes across 11 departments, other state schemes, and local partnership with private sector. Implementation structure. The scheme will be governed through a 3-tier implementation structure: district, state, national level. National level. 2 teams will be formed at the central level, one under union ministers and another under secretaries and department officers. Each level will ensure strategic planning, execution, and issue resolution. Central nodal officers will be appointed for each district to conduct regular field visits. District level. District Dhan Dhanya Krishi Yojana Samiti will be established. It will be chaired by the district collector or Gram Panchayat. A district agriculture and allied activities plan will be finalized by the district Dhan Dhanya Samiti. The district plans will be aligned to the national goals of crop diversification, conservation of water and soil health, self-sufficiency in agriculture, expansion of natural and organic farming. State level. Teams similar to the ones at the district level will also be formed at the state level with the responsibility of ensuring effective convergence of scheme in districts. Progress of the scheme will be monitored on 117 key performance indicators across through a dashboard on monthly basis. Institutional support. Niti Aayog will play a central role in strategic guidance, capacity building, tracking district level progress, creating a dashboard to monitor the progress, reviewing and guiding district level plans. Each district will also be paired with central or state agricultural university to act as a technical knowledge partner. So they have given a mind map, 5 core goals: national level, district level, state level, 3-tier monitoring, 117 indicators, and durations of 6 years, outlays of 24,000 crores, covers 100 districts. Okay. Mission for Atmanirbharta in pulses. To achieve self-sufficiency in pulses by significantly enhancing domestic production, reducing import dependence, and sustainability, improving farmers' income. Launch year is in 2025. Outlays of 11,000 crores. Duration is till 2031. Targets: expanding the area under pulses cultivation by additional of 35 lakh hectares to 310 lakh hectares, increasing production to dot, improving yields, production and distributions of 126 lakh quintals of certified seeds, free provision of 88 lakh seed kits to farmers. Operational strategy: the states will prepare rolling 5-year seed production plans. Breeder seed production will be monitored by ICAR and quality assurance will be maintained through the Sathi portal. Sathi Seed Authentication, Traceability and Holistic Inventory Portal. It provides holistic approach to encompass the complete seed life cycle over multiple seed generations. Developed by Ministry of Agriculture and Farmers Welfare in partnership with National Informatics Center. Holistic approach: the scheme integrates soil health management, mechanization, procurement to provide farmers with greater income security and confidence in pulses cultivation. The government will ensure the assured procurement of key pulses tur, arhar, urad and masoor. 100% procurement will be done till 28-29. The procurement will be done by NAFED and NCCF. Post-harvest value chain. The mission seeks to strengthen the post-harvest value chain by establishing 1,000 processing and packaging units. Subsidies up to 25 lakh rupees per unit will be provided. This step is aimed at reducing losses, enhancing value addition and generating rural employment. Mission for Atmanirbharta in pulses. Okay. Objective: value harvest chain rupees 25 lakh rupees per unit. Procurement 100% till 29, done by NAFED and NCCF. And breeder seed production ICAR monitored. Okay, fine. Then National Food Security and Nutrition Mission. Okay. Increasing production of rice, wheat, pulses, coarse cereals, commercial crops and nutri-cereals. It will be done through area expansion, adoption of different cropping patterns and productivity enhancement, restoring soil fertility and productivity, enhancing farmers' income, enhancing post-harvest value addition, enhancing the seed replacement rate and varietal replacement rate, improving the infrastructure of the seed sector. Launch year: it was launched in 2007 as National Food Security Mission. In 2024-25, it was renamed as National Food Security Mission or Nutrition Mission. It is being implemented under the umbrella scheme of Krishomatti Yojana. Key elements: there are 7 components under the mission: NFSNM rice, NFSNM wheat, pulses, coarse commercial crops and seed components. Beneficiaries: priority will be given to small and marginalized farmers. At least 30% allocation of the fund is to be made for women farmers. 16% of the allocation to SC and 8 for ST. An individual farmer or seed grower is entitled to avail the assistance of limited to 5 hectares in a season. Forest Rights Act: patta holders shall be eligible for receiving benefits of mission subject to other eligibility or conditions. Strategies: prioritize districts with low productivity, implementation of cropping system centric interventions, agroclimatic zone-wise mapping and cluster-based approach, promotion and extension of improved technologies. Okay, strategies is the same. And structure of implementation: national level General Council chaired by Union Minister of Agriculture and Farmers Welfare, serves as policy making body providing directives and guidance to mission. Executive Committee chaired by Secretary oversee daily operations and ensure the smooth implementation of all components of the mission. State level also same, district collector. Then funding pattern 60-40, And National Food Security Mission, they have just given the same funding pattern. Agency components: pulses, cereals, wheat, rice, commercial crops, seed components. Then we have National Mission on Natural Farming to promote nature-based sustainable systems of farming, enhancing usage of on-farm made natural farming bioinputs to reduce dependency on externally purchased inputs and input cost reduction. Okay, launch year is 2024, outlay is 2,400, centrally sponsored scheme. Key elements: knowledge partner is National Institute of Agriculture Extension Management manage. Priority areas: the mission will be implemented in the priority districts as given below. Namami Gange regions of 5 km corridor of river Ganga, districts on the bank of the rivers, districts with high fertilizer input, low fertilizer, districts with tribal, districts along FPOs. Okay, targets: initiating natural farming in 7.5 lakh hectares across. Each cluster will be formed of a contiguous area of about 50 hectare and approximately 125 farmers. Identification of these clusters: setting up of 10,000 need-based bio-input resource centers for easy availability of bio-inputs. These centers may be set up by practicing natural farming farmers. Primary agricultural credit societies, FPO, self-help group, local rural. Okay. Generating awareness among 1 crore farmers on natural farming. Krishi Sakhis and community resource persons. The scheme envisages deployment of 2 Krishi Sakhis in each NF cluster. Total of 30,000 Krishi Sakhis will be mobilized under the scheme. Okay, training and capacity building. Under the scheme, trainings are being conducted on natural farming and all stakeholders. Trainings are conducted by Krishi Vigyan Kendras, agricultural universities, local natural farming institutes. Okay, then approximately 2060 NF model demonstration farms will be established. The NF model demonstration of 665, the farmer master trainers. The on-field training and extension system will be supported by farmer master trainers. These are the farmers who are practicing natural farming for a minimum of 3 years, and their farms would serve as a NF model demonstrating farms. Output based incentives. For the trained farmers, output incentive is envisaged small, okay, maximum of 1 acre. Dedicated natural farming curriculum on agricultural universities. Dedicated certificate included in okay. National Center for Organic and Natural Farming. It shall work towards development and maintenance of IT portal and natural farming. Develop natural farming certification procedures and undertake certification. Development of knowledge materials and conduct training and extension activities for bio-input resource centers. Natural Farming Cell. At the national level, the Natural Farming Cell is responsible for the overall implementation of the natural farming across the country. It is headed by Joint Secretary, Department of Agriculture and Farmers Welfare. And then finally, we have a mind map, objective, cluster expansion, capacity building, 665 training institutions, farmer master trainers, 2060 model demonstration farms, output based incentives for trained farmers up to 1 acre, and 2024 7.5 lakh hectares area is initiated. 10,000 BRCs generate awareness among 1 crore farmer, rivers, fertilizer usage, tribal area districts, CBOs, IT portal certification, implementation structure. Okay, so that was it for the agriculture part. We have covered basically all the schemes for Ministry of Agriculture and Family Welfare for our schemes part under NABARD Grade A examination, and so everything is covered now. That is it. Now in the next video I will be coming up with another schemes of a different ministry. Till then, stay tuned and thank you.